So outside of experiencing anything spooky or uncanny, there is another very common way to have a mysterious encounter, and that would be to simply notice when amazingly fortunate things happen to you that seem to defy the odds. How many times have you ever prayed for something because it was the only thing that you could do, and even though it was a total long shot, it seemed to come true? You know, if there's one thing that people actually do, which makes no real logical or rational sense, it would be to pray, right? And you'll meet so many people in your life who will just simply say, without a shadow of a doubt, they'll say, prayer works. So my question on this video is, what makes prayer work? Are they religious fanatics? Or are they trying to indoctrinate you into some kind of cult? I don't really think so. By the way, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and hit that little notification bell by the subscribe button so I can continue to make videos like this just for you. These are my real life stories of the impossible, and I'm Alain Nu, the man who knows. And I've spoken on past videos about how when my cousin went into a coma after getting into a car accident, my aunt, who is a very devout Buddhist in Central Florida, started to do this crazy Buddhist ritual of freeing local market fish. She would go and buy out the local market fish from all the grocery stores, filling up buckets of water with these live fish, and then taking them into her backyard, into the lake, and freeing them into the lake in her backyard, while praying to Buddha for the for attention to do something about her daughter who was in a coma. And so it was kind of fascinating because, number one, not only did she do it, but she convinced the entire Buddhist community of Central Florida to do this. And then secondly, within 3 days of them doing this, my cousin came out of her coma. So that's kind of strange, right? And then I also spoke on the same channel about, just recently, when we were going through our UFO stuff, about Ted Owens, who was a UFO contactee, and he claimed to be able to be responsible for all these weather-related phenomenon, and yet, if you asked him, he wouldn't say that he was the one who did. He said that he would put in a request to space intelligences and that they would do his bidding for him. So that's also kind of strange. I also started this entire series of real life stories of the impossible by talking about my shaman friend, Jerome, who could then look into the sky and summon eagles into the sky. Strange, right? I mean, these are all strange stories, and each of these instances seem completely different from one another, and yet each of these stories have a strange connection in that we're put in a position of wishing something into existence. Now, whether we are asking Buddha or God or Earth or space intelligence, I think that as humans, we are setting our bodies and our minds in motion by making a request from the internal to the external. And it's the mere act of putting our mind and body forward to act upon one's desire to take place. You heard the old saying, act and ye shall receive, right? Another one that comes more as a warning is be careful what you ask for. And finally, the most famous of all magic words, abracadabra, translated means I create as I speak. And so it's interesting to realize that sometimes it's scary how much control we actually do have in our lives to manifest seemingly impossible things, and yet we tend to humble ourselves out of that ability, and we will use the times that don't go our way as evidence to prove our lack of control. But whenever you want to start to truly practice the power to manifest, well, there it is. By the way, please take a moment to visit my website at themanwhoknows.tv. You get a free gift. Have a great day. Peace.